Hello everyone and welcome back to Jenna Voice. Today I wanted to make a video all about the first moments of an audition, which are the walking into the room and introducing yourself and the piece that you're going to sing part of the audition. I think it's important to talk about this because I think it can be really easy for us to forget about this part of the audition because we're so focused on the music that we're bringing, the story we're telling with each aria or song, our acting, our singing abilities, our diction. There's so much that goes into the performance we're giving of one or two pieces in an audition that we forget about what happens right before that. And it can often be really quick, but if you think of it this way, the audition panel is probably only going to see you for 5 to 10 minutes. And you need to make sure you stand out in every possible way, in a positive way. So as I've said in a few other videos, this really is the singer's interview, the audition. It's not just trying to get a part, it's trying to get hired, it's trying to be remembered as a good colleague, a good potential colleague, a good artist. So there really is more to just the singing aspect of the audition. And I think remembering that and doing our best to present our most professional selves from the moment we enter that room, we're only going to increase our chances of getting hired. So as with interviews for any corporate position, you're going to obviously be dressed your best. You're going to be wanting to convey a really positive and exciting energy. And a few ways to do that are by number one, walking confidently, walking with good posture, having a smile on your face, seeming really excited for this opportunity. I mean, you should be. There's a good chance you're probably also really nervous, but trying to shift your mind into thinking, wow, this is so exciting that they want to hear me in person. They've invited me to this audition because they were so excited for my application materials. How exciting for me. So treating this as a very great opportunity, walking in with confidence, a strong handshake if you have an opportunity to shake somebody's hand, saying hello with an excited and confident attitude. And then of course, introducing yourself and your first piece in a really poised and professional way. You may be asking yourself, well, how the heck do I do that? How do I know if I'm being professional? Well, one really good way to ensure that you're going to introduce yourself well is to practice it. Practice it like you practice the arias and songs that you're bringing to the audition. Even if it's just you in the practice room or in your apartment, just practice talking, speaking out loud as if you were speaking to your panel. Imagine yourself walking into a room. No, don't imagine. Actually walk into the room. Practice with the shoes that you're going to wear. Practice walking in those. You entering the room, you smiling, you making eye contact with the panel of judges, saying, hello, my name is da 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 da, and I would love to begin with such and such piece. That's just an example. You don't need to word it exactly like that, but you really don't need to say too much. Just a short greeting and a statement of the piece that you're going to begin with. And then of course, ensuring that you're coming in with a confident and poised posture and body language. It really just gives the impression that if you can be comfortable in front of these judges that you don't know, you're probably gonna be comfortable on a bigger stage in front of hundreds of people or thousands of people, probably not thousands, in front of hundreds of people that you don't know. So really that beginning introduction is also a snapshot into just your character as a person and as an artist and your ability to adapt, as well as keep your cool under lots of pressure. And we need to do that as singers because we're constantly performing in different conditions and for different people and lots of different music. So the more calm and collected that you seem to be from the moment you enter the room, the more likely they're gonna think, okay, she can handle herself under pressure, or himself. I have to say, it took me a long time to realize how important this was, and not only in auditions, but just meeting people in general. When I was looking at graduate schools, when I was meeting potential professors of mine, I really never thought my body language and the way I spoke in small conversation or first impressions made that much of a difference. But actually my current teacher made a comment about that. When I first visited the University of Utah, I came off as very kind of standoffish and shy and nervous, and that worried a few people when I first came here. Over time, I was able to get over it, and through practice, I feel like I'm so much more confident talking to my professors, patrons, my employers, people of importance, really anybody I encounter. And if you're somebody who is feeling like I was, where I was very unsure of myself and was nervous talking to really important people or just people I didn't know, the only way you're gonna get better is by practicing, and I promise you can do it. So if you need to practice with your friends or your parents and say, can we just practice a few like potential conversations, even if it's just really simple small talk. That's a lot of what we do as artists. We do a lot of small talk with patrons and with our employers, and it's just a really good skill to have. It makes you memorable as a really positive and easygoing person. It makes you somebody that wants to be worked with. If you're coming off as feeling nervous and timid, it can have very negative repercussions to some people. They might take it as you're very disinterested or uncomfortable around them, and that doesn't encourage or foster healthy or positive relationships. So keep that in mind, even if you need to pretend to be happy and confident until it just becomes a natural reaction for you. Do that. I mean, a lot of fake it till you make it situations turn out to be very true. It's a lot of just like changing our automatic mindset about certain situations and kind of tricking ourselves into handling things in a healthier, more positive way. Often the things that we get nervous or anxious about aren't nearly as bad as we psych ourselves out for it to be. Yes, situations can be scary and stressful and nerve-wracking, but dealing with them in a positive way and trying to shift your mind into believing that this is more of an opportunity rather than an instance for you to fail or to make a fool of yourself. If you start to make that mind shift, it's going to be so much easier for you, and you're gonna be so much more confident when you go to meet people, when you go into your next auditions. All of these things are going to propel you in the right direction towards making positive connections, networking, and landing your next job, whether that's performing or a different corporate job, whatever you're trying to get into. Really take your introductions and your first moments upon meeting a new person really carefully and really seriously. And like I said, the more you practice, the more natural it will become. I think that's all I have to say about this topic. I really hope that this can be helpful for some of you out there who are feeling nervous and anxious about meeting important people and your auditions coming up. If you found this video to be helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below on some other tactics you do to calm yourself down or prepare yourself mentally for situations like this. I'd love to hear your ideas. And as always, make sure you're subscribed so you can keep up with more videos like this one, more tips and tricks for singers and for preparing for auditions. And I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.